Sorry ma'am, of course, your son can try the 7 SHU Hot Sauce. I work in a hot sauce store in a busy outlet mall. We're a well-liked locally owned business and have many loyal return customers, but at this particular location, we also get a lot of tourists who are curious about our challenge items, or Hot Ones products. We have a large variety of samples available every day. Literally like 100 hot sauces, 50 plus BBQ wing sauces just out on the table, and we can pull another 50 plus bottles or so from the fridge if one's open. Every so often we get people who come into the store and ask to try the hottest sauce. They love jalapenos in their burritos and have eaten habaneros straight, and they're ready to enter the ring, swallow some sauce, and gain the admiration of a couple friends and bystanders, at the cost of a stomachache. We usually try to guide them to the 10th hottest sauce in the store, burn them with it, and move on to something mild or medium suited to their taste. Today, while I was selling items to people who were actually paying for things, a 10 or so year old boy enters the store. I always get wary when children enter the store alone because it is full of glass bottles. They usually dart straight for the shelves and pick something up, but this child came barreling towards me like a bullet. While I make change for the couple buying some sauce, he calls out to me, "Excuse me," in a horrendous whiny pitch. I ignore the rude interruption, and continue my conversation with my customers. He parrots it again 12 times or so back to back as I thank these people, and get them out of the store. Finally, I turn to him, "How can I help you? We're the F are this kid's parents. Hi, can I try the hottest sauce in the store? Not this shit again. I am not dealing with this, not with a 10-year-old kid." I explained to him that the hottest sauce on the table is Hellboy, right hand of doom. It's spiked with a 6.66 million Scoville extract, and honestly, if you're not experienced with this kind of stuff, more than just a tiny bit can really mess up a good part of your day. Take my word for it. I explained to him he has to be 19 years old to try it and sign a waiver, which is bullshit, but I'm off in 30 minutes, so F this kid, and instead guide him to a tasty, fermented habanero that he coughs his eyes out on before explaining to me that he can handle the right hand of doom, because his dad eats spicy peppers with him all the time. Okay, I say. He leaves, thank God. 15 minutes later I'm interrupted by another customer. This time a gigantic woman, in a blue blouse. She's set next to my sample table like a giant blueberry, blocking up 20% of my floor space. Excuse me. Apple doesn't fall far. The customers I'm with are polite, and excuse me to speak to her. You didn't let my son try the sauce. I explained to her that it has extract in it several hundred times hotter than anything he has ever eaten, and that it can cause him severe discomfort, and that I will not let him try it in my store. I explained that she is free to purchase the sauce, and have him try it at home, if she so wishes. She explains to me that she married a Mexican man, and that I wouldn't believe the things we ate in New Mexico City where he grew up. When I asked what they had eaten there, she told me things hotter than anything we have in the store. At this point her daughter interrupts our conversation. I shit you not, excuse me. What? I'm getting annoyed. I was annoyed from the second I saw the kid, and now he's back 20 minutes later with 3 of him. Why do you sell Valentina? It's not even a hot sauce. Jesus Christ. Aren't you from Mexico? It says F salsa picant on the goddamn bottle. It's 5:50, I'm off at 6. I've had enough. How about this? You can try the sauce, and if it's as mild as you think, I'll let him try it. She agreed and grabbed her sample stick. I reached for the right hand of doom, and unscrewed the cap. It's a nuclear aroma sending memories of aches to my stomach. As she goes to dip the stick into the sauce, I warn her to only take a small amount. She grins at me, and dips the stick all the way into the sauce. Trap card, bitch. She slaps it into her mouth. Immediately she looks uneasy, before she throws herself into pure agony. She is coughing, swinging her head back and forth, trying desperately to speak, but she cannot muster any words. She dropped her sample stick in all the chaos. After a solid few minutes of coughing and dry heaving, she manages a single word, water. I explained to her that water won't help her now. My relief walks through the door just in time to witness the finish. She tells me that the only reason she is coughing is that it went down the wrong pipe. She then immediately vomits into our garbage can. She apologizes for spitting up like she didn't just rocket launch half a liter of chum into my trash can, and then leaves without saying anything else. I tossed out the trash with a smile on my face and clocked out. Force this kid to take the final. Fine, he'll take it. So this happened years ago when I was in high school, but I smile every time I think of it. My high school had a policy that anyone who has missed less than a certain number of school days could pick one class they had an A in to skip the final. You could get a couple of extra days for college visits, but otherwise, it was very straightforward. Awesome policy, and we all loved it. One year, we had this kid who was in 8th grade and had been diagnosed with cancer. He spent a lot of his year sick, getting treatment, going to the hospital, running to the bathroom to throw up, etc. Despite all this, he finished the year with an A in his Spanish class. It was his only high school class, so it was the only final he would have been able to skip. The administration was not going to let him skip the final because he had missed too much school. He and his parents asked them to make an exception, given the situation, but the administration wouldn't budge. His teacher stood up for him, but was told this kid had to take the final no matter what. He had missed too many days, and there would be no exception. The teacher said okay, but told her class not to study for, worry about, or exempt her final. Then, the first day all her students showed up for the final, she told them to take out a piece of paper and number it 1 to 3, leaving one line in between each number. She then asked 3 questions along the lines of, what is your name? How do you say yes in Spanish? And how do you say hello in Spanish? Then she collected the final. Everyone got a 100 that year, and she became a legend. The kid has been cancer-free for over 5 years now.
Since you got this far, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.